Well, Merry Christmas, Regis Rams, alumni, family, and friends. I'm Chad Burkholz, class of 92. My dad was Terry, class of 70. Many of you probably remember him well. I want to share a project that he and I actually tried to get started about 30 years ago, restoring some, started out we were trying to restore some old family films and digitize it and put it on VHS or DVD. And we kind of ran into a brick wall. But in the process, he suggested I go over to Regis because he thought that the old game films were still over there from the early years of Regis. And so I did, and they handed them off to me. They found them in the attic. So in his memory, this is a project he and I got started on but didn't finish. I'm going to go ahead and finish doing that. And I got done with all my family films a few weeks ago and started on the Regis films. I got this is the last one I'm working on. There's excuse me, football films from 65 through about 82. And there's a handful in each year almost. There's a couple years that got skipped. I have one basketball game from 69. There's a few color films, most are black and white. There is some color film of track in 1970. And my great-grandma had filmed some of the construction project, just a little bit of the construction project where they were finishing up the classroom buildings, and they were working on the gym and the library, which is now the dome, I guess, the office and the chapel. And what else is in there? At any rate, this is just something he wanted to put together and share with the community. I thought it was kind of cool. So technology's advanced, easier now. And these are on my YouTube channel. I'm putting together a playlist that you can all share. And you got Christmas coming, grandmas and grandpas and aunts and uncles, and everybody's getting around the table. And I thought this would be kind of cool for grandmas and grandpas and everybody to share with the younger generation and show them just what superstars you were on the court and on the field. But I want to give a shout out to Dennis Lule. He was able to fill in a couple of the dates on a couple of the films that didn't have dates. That helped a bunch so they can get in the right time frame. Regis was an experience for Dad that he cherished. He had a great set of grandparents and parents that gave him great guidance in his Catholic faith. Regis and St. Mary's, helped that even more. And he instilled that in us as we grew up. Kind of give us a sense of pride of our faith and our Catholic community. While I'm thinking about it, I'd like to also put a shout out if anybody has any of the old 8mm or Super 8 film from the 60s and 70s of any of the ball games like basketball or baseball. That would be cool to get my hands on. I could restore that and digitize it and get that out to everybody. But at any rate, since this project was done kind of in his memory, I'd like to share a short little video pertaining to him on his, in regards to his faith in God, faith in family. Regis was created by many founding families for our Catholic community. And while Dad was there, he played football. He also played basketball, which is the sport he excelled at. It was his love. He loved to play, he loved to coach, and he loved to teach it. That was his senior year. These are the seniors on the team that year. He also played in the one and only alumni football game. He often participated in the Regis alumni basketball tournaments. He also used his talents as a screen printing and embroidery artist to create many garments, hats, and jackets and fundraising opportunities for Regis sport teams and events. He really was on top of his world when he came back and was allowed to coach at Regis. Some of you might remember when he delivered building supplies, or from his shop in Staten where he sold sporting goods, screen printing, and archery equipment. You might find him out back clowning around in the mud puddle or clowning around at home. You might have been his hunting or fishing partner. He was my hunting and fishing partner. In his family, he was a brother. There were 9 kids, and it was really important to Grandma and Grandpa that all 9 kids got 12 years of Catholic education at St. Mary's in Regis. He was a husband. He was a dad. And he was a grandpa. He loved to teach the grandkids about the outdoors and sports and life lessons. He was an avid outdoorsman and elk hunter, and he was the Bwana of our elk camp.